Flood myths appear in nearly every ancient culture. From the Himalayas to the Nile, from the Pacific Islands to the mountains of the Andes, this story repeats. A warning from the gods, a chosen survivor, a flood that destroys in a world that begins again. In India's Rig Veda, Manu is warned by a divine fish. In Mesopotamia, Utnapishtim is told to build an ark. In the Bible, Noah gathers the animals. In the Quran, Nu preaches to the deaf ears of a doomed world. The Greeks remember Deucalion and Pyrrha. The Chinese tell of Yu the Great. In Mesoamerica, the Maya speak of floods that end one age and begin another. Across Africa, Australia, and the Americas, indigenous peoples recall waters rising, mountains being overtaken, and spirit beings guiding a few survivors to safety. The details differ, but the core story remains. Carl Jung believed these myths tap into something deeper, universal archetypes stored in the collective unconscious. Stories that repeat because they reflect timeless human experience. But maybe they also reflect something real, a trauma shared not just in mind but in history. Around 12,800 years ago, Earth was struck by sudden upheaval. The Younger Dryas, a period of rapid climate change, brought intense cooling followed by dramatic warming. Ice sheets collapsed, sea levels surged by over 400 feet, forests burned, entire ecosystems disappeared. Some scientists, like Dr. Richard Firestone and Dr. Alan West, propose that a comet impact triggered these events. Supporting evidence includes a thin, carbon-rich layer called the black mat, discovered across more than 50 sites in North America and Europe. This layer contains nanodiamonds, magnetic spherules, and signs of mass die-off. Something catastrophic happened, and fast. Submerged regions like Doggerland in the North Sea and the Sunda Shelf in Southeast Asia were once dry, inhabited lands. In Egypt, geologist Dr. Robert Schoch observed deep weathering on the Sphinx, which he attributes to rainfall thousands of years before Egypt's dynasties, possibly dating to the same post-AIH window. But as the waters receded, something extraordinary began. In modern-day Turkey, the site of Göbekli Tepe emerged, around 9600 BCE. Massive stone circles, intricately carved with animals and symbols, aligned to celestial patterns. There's no sign of agriculture or permanent settlement, and yet, someone built it. And then, strangely, someone buried it on purpose, as if trying to protect or preserve a message. Elsewhere, underwater ruins hint at lost cities and civilizations. In India's Gulf of Kambat, sonar scans reveal geometric structures deep beneath the waves. Off the coast of Japan, the Yonaguni Monument appears carved and stepped like a temple. In the Bahamas, the Bimini Road resembles a submerged causeway. Across the Mediterranean, near Malta, Lebanon, and Sicily, submerged harbors, foundations, and megalithic blocks lie beneath the sea. Perhaps we are a species that forgot its own story, a civilization that rose, collapsed, and left only whispers behind. Once dismissed as fantasy, this idea is gaining weight as technology uncovers traces of a forgotten past. LiDAR scans in Central America have revealed vast jungle cities complete with roadways, canals, and pyramids aligned to the stars. In the Amazon, satellite imagery shows massive earthworks and mound cities. In the Middle East, sites like Tel Karamal and Jericho show advanced planning going back 10,000 years. These were not scattered bands of hunter-gatherers. These were organized societies, observant, resilient, and rebuilding. In Southeast Asia, Gunung Padang challenges accepted timelines. In Sardinia, submerged ruins speak of coastal cultures swallowed by the sea. Even in Antarctica, subglacial anomalies remain unexplained due to limited access and exploration. And always, there is the sky. Ancient structures around the world are aligned to solstices, equinoxes, and constellations like Orion, Sirius, and the Pleiades. These stars appear again and again in myth, connected to destruction, rebirth, and divine cycles. Could the ancients have encoded warnings in stone? Could the stories and structures be part of a larger clock, measuring time across ages? Because across all of this, the myths, the floods, the ruins, the stars, a pattern emerges. The timelines converge, the symbols repeat, the warnings persist. Maybe the Great Flood wasn't just a myth. Maybe it was a turning point, a global reset remembered in story, carved into stone and aligned with the heavens. And if they remembered, what were they trying to tell us? That the flood was real, that it changed everything, and that those who survived didn't just rebuild, they left a message. If you want to support deeper research and found this journey as fascinating as we did, subscribe to Ancient Epochs for more.